Welcome to DarkDox Digest. Today is Thursday, February 6, 2025, and you're fired! I'm your host, Christian Coffins.
DarkDox Digest. DarkDox Digest.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. I am back once more. And now we're on Spotify? Thanks, Greg. You know, I was like, I don't trust those. I don't, I said a lot of words in the chat there. But, I uploaded yesterday's episode to Spotify. And I got a little embed widget that I'm working on for the new HTML site. So, yeah, we'll see about that. I like the interface. I like how they're uploading, and I don't know. We'll see. But let's get right to it, because there's a reason why today's show's called You're Fired. I almost fired YouTube, but also thank you, Greg. Give it up, everybody, for Greg Fernandez Jr. over here showing me how to just trim the little bits. John Oliver gave us a strike last night because I posted a little clip from his stupid fucking show, and just to make fun of it, and I never do it, but I was like, oh, let's see what Stephen Colbert and this guy, and what do you guys think? And it was a terrible segment, because it's just deadpan. I was trying to be open. They didn't get one laugh out of me. But Greg hates Infowars, and he calls Alex Jones Mr. Tangy Tangerine. So, Alex, you gotta, explain yourself, because you're hiding the truth about Sandy Hook. I don't know. But let's get right into what's going on today, because other people are getting fired. And so, it kind of played into everything else going on. Let's go to that display capture. Reese over at Infowars, speaking of Infowars, yesterday went to a little rally. Let's go take a look at what happened at the rally. Let's do that.
We are the majority! Inclusion and belonging are what make America exceptional. Great.
Your brothers in Canada are here with you today.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
We will not be assimilated by a criminal government. We will not buy products from red states that trample our rights and your rights.
Who's your neighbor? Who's your neighbor? Who's your neighbor? The youth is impressionable. That's what the right wants them to be. Do you know what they are being fed on TikTok, on socials? It's disgusting. I've been transitioning for almost 10 years. I no longer federally exist. You have to talk to the youth. You have to educate them. It is your job to lead them while they are malleable. I've been told to detransition for my own safety, but I f***ing refuse.
She has to look at her phone?
Dying. Can you see me?
Hold on, I gotta pull up this text message from Act Blue.
This morning, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up with some fear in my bones. I wasn't sure that I would be here, that I would make it. On my walk here, as I was afraid, I just saw more and more of you. Seeing that literally every one of you looks like a normal person, 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 a normal person. And I just want to remind everyone that another act of resistance, I might work as an accountant, but I really want to be a writer. And so...
Well, Lottie! We got ourselves a writer here!
So, another act of resistance is art. It is to leave a story that others have been where we are now, that things will get better, that fascism does not win, and it never has, at least not in the long term.
Stop the coup! 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 Stop the coup!
What's Hunter Biden doing there?
No matter your voice, from now on, we, real Americans, will not be silenced by a regime that wants to take each and every single one of your rights.
Wow. You can follow him on X at the PsyOp Cop. Yes, more. You're fired. At least 400 Fed workers accept DOGE buyout as deadline looms tonight. Thursday marked the final day for federal employees to accept the Trump administration's offer of 8 months of pay and benefits in exchange for voluntarily stepping down. 8 months. Stay at home for 8 months and get paid. Look for another job. Go on vacation. I think that's very generous. It's too generous, I would say. But like the idea apparently is that if they refuse the buyout, then you can fire them. Like because it's hard to fire federal workers. So an official from the Office of Personnel Management told Bloomberg that deferred retirement applications have been steadily increasing and are expected to surge by the end of Thursday, the deadline to apply. Employees can submit their resignations by sending the word resign to their government email accounts. Doesn't get any easier than that. 20,000 federal workers take buyout so far, officials say, according to Axios. And then I saw 40,000. It was 40,000 according to Zero Hedge. So that might have been updated. So that was from 245. And then this was from, it doesn't say. So it was probably from before. So that number is climbing by the hour, by the minute. U.S. federal workers weigh Trump's buyout offer. We're feeling petty as hell. From The Guardian. Amy, a federal U.S. government employee working for Homeland Security who was hired by the Joe Biden administration refugee program, has not left her phone out of her sight since last Tuesday, when the Elon Musk-led push to mass voluntary redundancies of government workers began. Since the U.S. Office of... I'm still so new. Insane priorities, USAID spending during the Biden administration.
What expertise he has in the areas
Damn.
of global health or humanitarian aid to be able to assess what's happening at USAID?
Well, first of all, Elon Musk is a once-in-a-generation business leader. He is an entrepreneur. He serves as a great ally and a friend to the president. And I think Elon Musk also has a little bit of common sense. And I think the American people really appreciate that when it comes to the federal government, because it seems like all common sense has been lost in this city. And that's what you see when you look at USAID. I know Secretary Rubio made some comments about how he will be acting as the director over that agency. And here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
I turned my mic back on. I'm gonna make a big deal about this now. I like her. Hey Doge, what are you doing? Get back over here. You were supposed to do that off camera. I knew something was off with this bitch. Unveiled hypocrisy. Nasty bishop who chastised Trump's immigration policy reveals to have pocketed $53 million in taxpayer money. Look at this bitch. Look at her. You can just look at that face. Nothing good can come from someone who looks like that. I'm sorry to be like an asshole, but we all know I'm an asshole, and this bitch deserves punishment because there's no way in hell she did anything worth $53 million of taxpayer dollars. Let's see. Bishop Marianne Budd, who famously criticized Trump during the inaugural prayer service, has been found to have pocketed a staggering $53 million in taxpayer funds through her organization Episcopal Migration Ministries, or EMM. This bombshell comes as no surprise to those who see through the sanctimonious veneer of left-wing religious leaders who preach compassion while filling their coffers with public money. Bishop Budd, during an inaugural prayer service at Washington National Cathedral, implored President Trump to show compassion towards the vulnerable groups, including illegal aliens and members of the LGBTQIAPPK plus community. Last time I checked. Let me make a final plea, Mr. President, Budd began. As you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. I'm not even going to, you can see the video yourself. This bitch. The federal contracting arm of her church has been profiting immensely from taxpayer-funded government programs aimed at resettling migrants. This is like one of like millions, I can assure you. I know of dozens, but there's more and more. They're shell corporations. They're just, one on top of everyone gets a little cut, and a bunch of scumbags. In 2023 alone, EM raked in $53 million to resettle 3,600 individuals, according to the New York Post. The news outlet added that in 2024, EMM sponsors 6,400 individuals from 48 countries, including Afghanistan under a special humanitarian program, and refugees from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Fuck all that shit. USAID was spending $268 million to fund over 6,000 approved journalists, while at the same time spending millions to silence conservative independent media like Gateway Pundit and DarkDox.com. The Columbia Journalism Review on Tuesday released a report on the importance of USAID's donations to approved journalists at home and abroad. According to CJR, USAID spent $268 million to fund over 6,000 approved journalists. Obviously, these were the left-wing variety of journalists who did not question COVID, elections, climate change, DEI policies, etc. Already, though, the new administration's approach to USAID had sharp consequences all over the world. After taking office, Trump signed an order freezing virtually all American aid spending for 90 days, grinding department humanitarian operations to an immediate halt across the dizzying array of different project areas. Journalists have been amongst those affected, according to the Reporters Without Borders. The aid freeze appears to have put a hold on $268 million that was earmarked to fund independent media and a free flow of information this year. In the recent past, USAID had boasted of supporting more than 6,000 journalists. I bet I know who they are. Around several hundred independent newsrooms and nearly 300 media-focused civil society groups in 30 or so countries. And they're all the ones on all the different news agencies. And this is a dangerous threat to democracy. This is a dangerous threat to democracy. This is a dangerous threat to democracy. It's a stunning admission. The CJR report wants you to feel sadness that these approved media outlets in 30 countries, including the U.S., will no longer be receiving your taxpayer dollars to publish their globalist agendas. Speaking of globalist agendas, this is my new beats. Since Greg Reese is no longer posting to band.video, I'm doing a little deep dive to see why aren't you posting anymore over there? And I think we're finding out why. Because he's a little too critical of what President Trump is doing. So for all of you lefties that are like, yeah, you're just a puppet for Trump, who's a puppet for Putin, who's a puppet for... Like, no. I go where the truth is. I go where the, evidence, the information, we follow the information and the disinformation and the misinformation and the malinformation. This is Trump recommends expelling Palestinians to build beachfront properties.
That are you, Mr. President, that you can keep the ceasefire in Gaza and conclude the 3 phases of this deal?
I'm not confident. That's not our war, it's their war, but I'm not confident, but I think they're very weakened on the other side.
Do you support the 2 states?
Gaza, boy, I looked at a picture of Gaza. Gaza is like a massive demolition site. That place it's really got to be rebuilt in a different way.
Do you plan to help rebuilding Gaza?
My mind. Gaza is interesting. It's a phenomenal location. On the sea, best weather. Everything's good. It's like some beautiful things could be done with it, but it's very interesting. But some fantastic things could be done with Gaza.
How do you see the future in governance for Gaza?
Well, it depends. I can't imagine you could have... Well, you certainly can't have the people that were there. Most of them are dead.
While much of the world decries genocide, Trump recently brought up the great real estate possibilities in Palestine. This is reminiscent of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner's recent comments, whose family is also in the real estate business.
There are real fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. So, if you think about even the construct, Gaza was not really a historical precedent, right? It was the result of a war, right? You had tribes that were in different places, but then Gaza became a thing. Egypt, used to run it. And then, over time, you had different governments that came in different ways. Both sides are spending a fortune on military. I think neither side really wants to have, a terrorist organization enclaved right between them. And Gaza's waterfront property, it could be very valuable. It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterwards.
Trump recently suggested that the Palestinian people be moved into other nations.
I'm talking to General El-Sisi tomorrow, sometime I believe, and I'd like Egypt to take people, and I'd like Jordan to take people. You're talking about probably 1.5 million people, and we just clean out that whole thing. It's over the centuries that's many conflicts that site. And I don't know, something has to happen, but it's literally a demolition site right now. Almost everything's demolished, and people are dying there. So I'd rather get involved with some of the Arab nations and build housing in a different location where they can maybe live in peace. Temporarily, or it could be either. It could be temporarily, could be long term.
The claim to Israel by the Zionists is that the land was promised to them by God thousands of years ago. But a 2012 Johns Hopkins study shows that Ashkenazi Jews are not Semitic people. Geneticist Iran Alek found that European Jews were primarily the children of a Turkish people known as the Khazars. who converted to Judaism between the 7th and 9th centuries. Next week, President Trump will be meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Trump has received over $200 million from the Israeli lobby, who want more than just Palestine. And Trump knows that Netanyahu is not open to a two-state solution. Greg Reese reporting.
Yeah, so that was before the two that I posted yesterday. You know, I like that Greg Reese is, he's not so sure about this, and honestly, I'm not so sure about it either. And, you know, again, we have to remember that nobody's perfect. Alex Jones isn't perfect. I'm not perfect. Trump isn't perfect. Nobody, you're not perfect. So this needs to be a dialogue. We have to be having conversations about why we think certain things and want to do certain things. And like Thomas Massey, Representative Thomas Massey, just co-sponsored a bill to abolish the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. USAID sends billions of American taxpayer dollars overseas. When it spends at home, it's subsidizing subscriptions to left-leaning outlets like Politico. And here's the bill. It's pretty straightforward. Short enough, so I'll read it. I need to put on my reading glasses. I don't have reading glasses. To abolish the United States Agency for International Development, be it, it's just the italicized Times New Roman, I just can't do it. But link in the description. Short enough. All right, now that's more like, 31 minutes. That's more like middle of the show. If you like what we're doing and you want to support Alex Jones, go to thealexjonesstore.com/DarkDox and play some gay frog music. Can you guys hear that? Why isn't it playing? Where are my gay frogs?
It's not funny. I'm going to say it real slow for you.
I can't hear it. But I wanted to have the gay frogs jingle while I did the little, segment here. But they got some new stuff, which is pretty cool. The new releases, they got They're All Going Back shirt, Strongman Jones. I like the self-punching leftist. This is a keeper for sure. Leftist punching a fascist, and he's punching himself. These new ones are a little bit more cerebral, and I like it. You got Trump kissing the flag. You got this guy over here. They got a bunch of knives. They got the Trump Valentine's Day cards, but they won't get there by Valentine's. I don't know, maybe. But I really like the Band.Video Blockbuster shirt. And to show you that I'm not just full of shit here, I'm going to take my supplements on the air. This is actually from InfoWarsStore.com. The X2, you only take one drop, which is 433 times the daily value of 650 micrograms of nascent iodine. At first, I wasn't so crazy about the flavor of that. I mean, it's not a flavor, it's just what iodine tastes like. But the more you do it, the more it's like your body's like, oh yeah, that, I need that. And then we got the Brain Force. And this stuff is great. I really like it. Let's take that little bit once a day. It has guarana seeds. It got green coffee bean, green tea leaves, yerba mate, ginkgo leaf, ashwagandha. Good stuff. And then Ultimate Gut Cleanse. This stuff, man, one of these pills a day, and you're going to be regular if you weren't. And it's definitely... I've been slimming down, and just my system feels like it's running cleaner, It all comes out in the wash. And then we got the Ultimate Sea Moss with bladderwrack and burdock root. Also a good source of iodine. And they're just they're just delicious. I do 2 of these a day, one after breakfast, one after lunch. So, I'm not full of shit. I actually use this stuff. And that concludes. Oh, yeah, and also they got the VIP program, and it's $30 a month. You get $40 in store credit, and then up to 40% off. They got, you get exclusive access to all of they're doing a bunch of giveaways. They've given away 2 trucks so far, and now they have, they are giving away a Raptor $100,000 package with $10,000 cash on top of that. And, so whenever you buy something, or just simply enter your email address, you're entered to win. The more you buy, the more raffle tickets you're signed up for. Also at the VIP Club, you get the Lost Tapes, which is all the MP3s of the Alex Jones Store from 2001 to 2008. It's a huge archive, and we're going to be re-uploading it to the new DarkDox.com once that is up and running. That's pretty funny. And for now, we still have the darkdox.me/shop up, and this is going to be going away pretty soon. So definitely check it out, because we got thumb drives, we got projectors and MP4 players with micro SD cards with all the Alex Jones films, all the DarkDox films, a bunch of Truther films, all the films that 20 years ago we were burning DVDs and giving away on street corners, like, In-Game Blueprint for Global Enslavement, Terror Storm, America Freedom to Fascism, Zeitgeist, all of those films that helped wake all of us up. I'm like 41. So like all of those, really just info bomb packed films that, touch on so many different topics to kind of catch you up to, what's going on right here in the world. The reason, why we know what's around the corner, the reason why we knew that COVID was going to be a hoax, is because we pay attention to the World Economic Forum and the Bilderberg Group and Bill Gates and the Council on Foreign Relations and the Bohemian Grove, and we read their annals. We look into all this stuff. We do a lot of research behind the scenes. We're not just like, oh, that guy in that YouTube video said this. So it's like there's a lot of discourse. There's a lot of declassified federal documents that go into all of the work and analysis that we do. So if you appreciate what we do, consider, if you have Cash App, throw me some cash over at cash.app/DarkDox. Buy something over here. And we're doing these DarkDox Digest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo! Democrats confront limits of their power and bid to stop Trump and Musk.
Can they just shut down USAID without congressional consent?
My understanding is Secretary Rubio, who's the acting secretary, has no intention of shutting it down, but I do think it's worth taking a look at it and seeing how the money's spent.
We've got oversight. If he goes too far, I'll be the first person to step up. He went too far. Elon Musk is trying to look at waste in government that continues to grow and grow and grow. Guys, if we don't come up with a structural approach for reducing the cost of government, we're all going to be confronted with a debt-driven fiscal crisis that nobody wants to see.
It's not disruptive, it's destructive, and it's to his personal benefit. He is stealing information as well as business opportunities from competitors, and the president has to stop it.
Is it Democrats? Can they just shut down USAID without congressional consent?
My understanding is Secretary...
I hate it when they loop those videos, because, puts me in a trance. No, it's just unnecessary. Why do it? Completely unhinged. Screaming Democrat calls Musk a Nazi, bash DOGE amid meltdowns outside the Treasury building. Some more of that. Let's watch.
We will not take this. We will fight back. Fight back. Fight back. And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and goddamn it, shut down the Senate. We are at war. Anytime a person can pay $250 million into a camp.
Saying GD is it's frowned upon.
Campaign, and they be given full access to the Department of Treasury of the United States of America. We are at war. We will not take. We will see you in the courts, in Congress, in the streets.
So loud.
Elon Musk is a Nazi nepo baby.
Oh, was that it? A Nazi nepo baby. I like that. I like. I mean, it's rude, but I like the use of alliteration whenever available. Like DarkDox.
We're not going to make America great again by making America hate again. We're going to stand.
I mean, who's doing their sound? Everyone's like,
and fight. Those revolutionaries, they got knocked down, but they got up and fought. The abolitionists, they got knocked down, but they got up and fought. The suffragettes, they got knocked down, but they got up and fought. And right now, all across America, people are knocked down, but they are getting up, and they are going to fight the dictator of Donald Trump and his henchman, Elon Musk. We cannot allow this unlawful, unfair, unconstitutional act to stand. We are going to stand and fight. Fight.
What is she?
Fight. Let's go and do it.
Is she? Wait a second. Hold on. Let's put some. We got to put the glasses on here because look at the black chick that's right next to him. Look at her mouth.
We are not going to make America great again by making America hate again. We are going to stand and fight. Those revolutionaries, they got knocked.
First of all, doesn't she look like Black Nancy Pelosi? Am I crazy? I don't know. Anyway.
Down, but they got up and fought. The abolitionists, they got knocked down, but they got up and fought. The suffragettes, they got knocked down, but they got up and fought. And right now, all across America, people are knocked down, but they are getting up, and they are going to fight the dictator of Donald Trump and his henchman, Elon Musk. We cannot allow this unlawful, unfair, unconstitutional act to stand. We are going to stand and fight. 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 Let's go and do it.
Weird. Who does that? That's weird. At first I was like, is she like reading the same thing he's like, what? And like, she was kind of like preemptively like,
California!
peak NPC.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, here she is.
We have convened here in the right place, the Treasury Department. We have got to tell Elon Musk, nobody elected your ass. Nobody told you could get all of our private information. Nobody told you could be in charge of the payments of this country. We have told you you've made enough money off our government yourself. And now you want to take everybody
Talk about the
else's
pot calling the
payroll
kettle black.
and make sure that they don't make the kind of money that you've made.
Not like racist
Oh, you
black,
want to
but like
use
the-
our money to
the
go to
kettle
Mars.
being
No,
black, the color.
we want to use our money right here in Washington, D.C., in this country. We want to make sure that
USAID
all of our
is spending
federal
billions
employees are
overseas. What?
protected.
These people are
We've got to make sure
unbelievable.
that you know and understand nobody elected you. You think you're the president of the
No one
United
elected
States
USAID.
of America, the co-president that can take over, go into our private payment system and do whatever you want to do.
Our
You
private
got
paper
another
system.
thought coming.
Okay,
We're
boomer.
gonna stop you right now.
Okay, that's Maxine Waters. She really looks
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's funny 'cause
we're
I always
at a
hear clips
crisis
before I never
in
really
this
see her.
country. We're in a crisis in this country because Trump and Elon Musk and the billionaires have decided they're going to put us all in our place. They're going to run this country. They're going to make sure that they take over everything. Are we going to let them do that?
I think that's a wig.
Are we going to let them
I was
run
like, that
this
looks good.
government
That looks too
in the
good.
way that they can make
it's a wig.
even more money? And so they won't stop. It is so brazen. Every day they're taking new actions. They're taking executive actions. Every day they're doing something. Do you know that Trump and the
Every day
billionaire
they're
class
doing their job.
have created more cryptocurrency? Do you know that that cryptocurrency is not a donation? It's not an investment. It's going into their pockets. Do you understand
Did you know that, Doge?
that the money makers are in charge, they think? But when the people
Hey, Hunter, you got
decide
any crypto?
that we're not going to be trumped on, that we're not going to be walked on, that we're
about you,
not
Greg?
going to be stumped on, that we're not going to allow them to control our lives.
Are we going to get
and push
some
us out,
shorts
that
today,
when they
Data Bowsy?
understand that we will win. We've got to be
Any more
prepared
pedos
to be
today?
out here no matter how cold it is, no matter if it's the rain, no matter if it's snowing.
more Chinese
We've
intel?
got to be here. This is our country. This is not Elon Musk's country. This is not Trump's country. This is our country. We deserve to have decent jobs. We deserve to have the respect.
All right. Settle down, Maxine Waters. Oh, Elizabeth Warren. She's always a treat.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. That's right. Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one. Not one Republican in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one independent in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one libertarian in America voted for Elon Musk. Damn, not one vegetarian in America voted for Elon Musk.
What the hell?
And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
Yeah, these people are out of their damn minds.
No one elected Elon.
Every movement needs a scrappy little dyke, and I am that person!
The sound is just awful.
But let me tell y'all something. I know some of y'all have been
Wow, this is that
frustrated.
Jasmine
and you've been
Crockett.
saying, where are Democrats? Where are our leaders? Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all. All right? We are here. We are also going to make sure that they uphold the law. We are not going to sit around while you go ahead and desecrate our Constitution, or you look at the laws that have been passed into law and say, never mind, we'll just ignore that. Instead, we are going to be in your face, we are going to be on your asses, and we are going to make sure, you understand what democracy looks like. This ain't it. So let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. You gonna learn a few lessons from us. And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right?
It's called X. Look at Maxine Waters' face. These people are goofy. There's Alexander Soros with that young lady. Chucky Schumer.
We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest.
I think Chucky Schumer ever banged Maxine Waters. Gross. I could see it though.
We
I
will
don't want
win.
to, but I could. Yeah, that was a. After that, I can't. They held a press conference too. Lake and description. I can't. Like, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Top DOGE Democrat prepares for battlefield. Representative Melanie Sansbury wants to go ahead and with Republicans on DOGE subcommittee. Go head to head. Wants to lead her party's fight against Elon Musk's attempt to transform the entire federal government, an exercise that will largely be focused on messaging and rhetorical counter-programming. The New Mexico Democrat is the new ranking member on the House subcommittee delivering on government efficiency, also to be called DOGE. The congressional counterpart to Musk's Department of Government Efficiency that goes by the same acronym. It's confusing. As we ready ourselves for the battlefield, we're going to have to fight across all three branches of government, Stansbury said in the recent interview, because Musk and his allies are violating the law. No, they're not. They have a constitutional mandate from the executive branch. They're violating the Constitution. No, they're not. They have a constitutional right under the executive branch. It's a mandate from the American people. And they're eviscerating the federal workforce. Ooh, that's a fun word. And they're preparing to fight back. Democrats can do little else other than make noise. They have no power to override Musk's sweeping alteration to the federal workforce under unified Republican control. Yeah, like how you guys do when the Democrats steal all the elections, and then you guys, they don't like it when the shoe's on the other foot. But this one wasn't stolen. This was like fair and square. I mean, we got the numbers. Ow. Yow. Trump to force Zelensky to agree on ceasefire by Easter, according to alleged leaked peace plan. While still very much unconfirmed, the headline is having an immediate impact on oil prices. Zelensky's office has vehemently denied the legitimacy of reports of a peace plan being reported and floated. On top of these alleged key aspects of a ban on NATO admission, freezing the front lines, and agreeing to Russian sovereignty over our four annexed territories in the east, the linked report says the following is also included in the proposal. On top of this, Ukrainian troops will be made to leave Russia's Kursk region, where it launched a counteroffensive in August, while a contingent of European soldiers, which would include British troops, would be asked to police a demilitarized zone. American troops will not be involved in this contingent. I hope it happens. We are against all war here at DarkDox.com, DarkDox.me, Infowars.com, Band.video. Right? We don't like war. Well, if you're on X, definitely give us a follow over at Sacred Owls Unite, where we're going to be posting all of our links, because we're also on Spotify now. How about that? I just set that up right before the show and uploaded yesterday's episode. And I'm going to be uploading all the old back catalog, and we'll see how that goes if you're a Spotify user. I'm working on a new DarkDox.com on HTML. This is a sneak peek. That's all you get. And we're back at this episode. We're a little early tonight. Oh, we're also on BitChute. BitChute.com/DarkDox. And Rumble. youtube.com/darkdox and cash.app/darkdox. But on YouTube, we are Sacred Owls. Yeah. And we had a couple of copyright strikes and stuff, but I cleared those up, so you should be able to watch all the episodes. Also, check out my band, Sacred Owls. We have all of our music videos from our album Government Sponsored Terrorism. Also, DarkDox News from the Front. We interviewed Enrique Tatario from the Proud Boys. This one has Willie Montague from Orange County here. Republican Party, and he's a pastor as well. He was out there for the anti-vax to sign religious exemptions. We were at the public school board meetings, Orange County firefighters, medical freedom. We've been doing this for quite a while. Here's us at CPAC over there. Also, our Tales of Terror comic books, all of the music videos for all of the, it's like an interactive comic book album. That's pretty cool. Over here at darkdox.me/up. And they're only $10. And they come with, there's 2 of them, and we're working on a 3rd one. But yeah, they come with a CD, soundtrack, and comics. Sacred Owls and other music artists and visual artists put together these compilations. Also, when we went to the Seminole County School Board meeting, we made a DVD of that called Unmasked. Really impactful stuff. That went crazy. And it also has the video of us breathing under a microscope into those N95 masks and seeing amorphous worms underneath the microscope. Really weird stuff. Also, our film They Are Here to Save the World. That's our tour to the Bohemian Grove, Boys Town, Nebraska, the Georgia Guidestones, the Denver Airport. It's all on there. The Bohemian Club in San Francisco. Yeah, we got shop rags if you're a mechanic or a tinkerer. It's pretty awesome. Got some of those in stock, posters. All kinds of good stuff. So, yeah, that about concludes it for this week. We're going to be taking tomorrow and the weekend off, and we'll be back on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I guess for now, live at youtube.com/Sacred Owls. I'm going to be investigating doing live on Rumble. I might do some test runs this weekend to see how that goes. Also BitChute. And see, I might be, we're on Spotify. We're doing crazy stuff. Things are happening, But thanks for tuning in, and thank you for all your support. And that about does it. This is Christian Coffins signing off, saying beware, take care, and have a great weekend, everybody.
DarkDox Digest. DarkDox Digest. DarkDox Digest. DarkDox Digest.
This is Jersey Joe, and you're listening to the DarkDox Digest. DQ with your host, Christian Coffins.
DarkDox Digest. DarkDox Digest.